Welcome back, everybody. Now, the marriage dance with Mo and Phindi is back. The dance-fused marriage seminar will be happening at the Emperor's Palace in Johannesburg on Friday, the 24th of February. And further to the seminar talk, the audience will be treated to a range of sounds, both sing-alongs and dancing, while enjoying great entertainment. The couple joined us now via Zoom to share more on the show. Mo and Phindi, my favorite couple. A very good morning. Thank you guys for joining us. How's it going?
Morning to our favorite presenter.
It's been a while, Nengwa.
It has been a while. It has been a while, man. Good to have you on the show, but I listen to you on the radio every week. So how are you guys doing? I mean, how do you guys do it? It's what we've been discussing with Lebo, that how you guys do it. How do you make marriage look so cool?
It's because I'm married to this lady, so...
I take all the credit, eh?
Right.
It's because I've got the energy, you know, to take everything that Mo gives. You know what I'm saying? I've got patience.
You've got patience, eh?
Patience.
So who's the patient one, Ge?
I'm the patient one in this relationship. Eh?
No, I will admit to it, Nengwa. There are moments where I give her anxiety. So I do concede to the fact that I do, I do certain things that will require patience. That will draw patience out of her. But in all seriousness, though, I think that for us, we've been determined. Years ago, we've been married for 18 years now, and we've been in this ministry, the marriage ministry and families, for the past 13 of those 18 years. And over the years, besides professional training and all of that, but there is no training that beats the training you get on the job.
It's what we call on the job experience.
Because there's no manual. There's no manual for marriage. You need to live that marriage in order for you to experience it, right?
You definitely do.
Certainly.
And even though for us we would we would ascribe a lot of our highs and a lot of how we conduct our marriage, we would ascribe it a lot to our faith. And because as you correctly say, I mean, we don't go to school for this beforehand, and then you get a certificate. You actually get the certificate
after,
before marriage, and then you get your certificate, and then you are told to go live your life, as it were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the qualifications are really there.
You guys have got mad love for you. I mean, you are absolute marriage goals. And I'm happy to tell you that there's certain couples that I know who use your marriage as a model for what a perfect marriage is supposed to be, or what a perfect marriage looks like. And of course, there's so many people who will benefit from the marriage dance. Let's talk about how this show was conceptualized.
Oh, wow. How the show was conceptualized. It was interesting because we were invited, by the way. Now I'm sharing this secret. We were invited by Metro FM a couple of years ago, I think about 6 years ago, to come and talk about what they call "It Takes Two to Tango."
Yes.
So as they said, we must talk about this theme. We started researching the theme, and as we were researching the theme, we actually were like, there's actually something there, because it was the first time that we were actually talking about that particular subject.
Yeah.
So from there, I think a year or so after that, we thought, okay, you know what? It was a big challenge. They asked us to speak on this theme, but there's something here that we can actually take out to people and really create something out of it. So that's basically how it was conceptualized. Just an invite to say, come and talk about a certain topic. And that, a few years later, basically just turned into what we are doing now. I mean, on Valentine's Day, on the 14th, we actually released a book called The Marriage Dance, because we realized that there are so many principles, there are so many principles of dance that are so similar to marriage. And I mean, if we take on dance so easily, and we adapt to it, and we make dance look cool. You said we look cool, but we think dance looks cooler, you know?
Right,
If
right.
we can take on to dance like that, it's the easy way that you can also be able to adapt to marriage, because marriage is actually a dance. That's what it is.
Oh, yes.
It's a dance between two people.
Definitely. But is there a correlation or a link between the show and the book?
Yes, actually, we didn't want to call it the launch, because it really is more than the launch of the book. You know, there's so much more in terms of the principles that we discuss and that we engage in. And we actually bring the book alive, you know, in the sense that we practically have dancers. It's a production, it's a choreographed production. You know, even though, you know, there are breaks, you know, with our talks in between the dances, the audience is not required to dance. A lot of people have been saying to us, "Oh, but
can't dance.
I would want to come, but I'm going to be required to dance." You know?
No, you can't. You don't need to.
But you don't need to. You come as you go watch a movie, or as you come to a comedy show. You know what I mean? And you just come together and enjoy really what goes on stage. There's a lot of empowerment that goes on stage, both in terms of the dance, in the outworking of those principles, but also with us in terms of how we interpret those principles into marriage, juxtapose them, you know, into marriage.
And lots of music.
Lots of music, lots of popular music as well.
Sure. So what will happen then at the event? Just take us through some of the activities you have planned. I know that you'll be sharing your experiences about your own marriage, that people can just take a lift out of your book of marriage, as it were. So just take us through what will be happening throughout the day.
All right. Throughout the evening.
Throughout the evening, yes.
So we actually just did a show in Durban last night, which was absolutely amazing. And I think what is exciting about the show is people, when they come to it, they really don't know what to expect. You know, they get there like, we're excited, we don't know what to expect. And at the end of the show, they leave amazed, because what we have done is we thought, let's just have a marriage seminar with a difference. So this is a marriage seminar, but obviously it's a marriage seminar with a twist, and a marriage seminar with a difference. But more importantly, it's a marriage, we call it marriage seminar because of the name, but the actual event is open to people who are single. You know, you are scared of marriage, you don't know what is happening in marriage, and you really want to learn. You come to the show, or you are engaged and you're about to get married. The show is also great for you, and obviously for those that are married. So it's a show, really, to be honest, that is open and great for anybody. You know, any person, whether you are coupled up or you're not coupled up, it's still a great show for you. So what you can expect is obviously empowerment, as Mo has said, where we speak, you know, within that evening. However, there's a lot of music that we've fused into our talk. And there's a lot of dance that we have fused into our talk, which is something that has never been done in South Africa. I'm not sure if it's been done internationally, but certainly in our country, there's never been a marriage seminar like this marriage seminar that we are bringing to Johannesburg on the 24th of February.
You just said that couples will leave the seminar or the show amazed. So what's the kind of feeling that they will have afterwards? This show, is it meant to inspire or to teach people how to, live out their marriage? Or is it simply just an inspirational kind of evening?
It is definitely an inspirational kind of evening, but at the same time, it is, as was Phindi said, it's targeting people across the board, people who have had certain confusions, around marriage due to their own experiences and what people go through, on a regular in terms of their own relationships. It's definitely, when Phindi talks about being amazed and all of that, it's really centered around being inspired, but at the same time, as I said earlier, we've been married for 18 years. Our first two books, were books that were very, they were very experiential. The first book, Love Isn't for Cowards. The second book, Stuff We Wish We Knew Before Getting Married. They talk very much around the dark side and some of the stuff that we personally went through in our relationships, in our relationship. And then this book, this one, the marriage dance, is really about finding a place, finding your place in one another, finding your place in your relationship, wherein you could actually say, I'm not competing with anybody, I'm not competing with my spouse. My spouse is actually my teammate.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? It's a breather. It's meant to say, okay, you know what? We go through so many things. Can we just dance? Can we just chill?
have fun?
Can we have fun?
Because there's so many connotations, that surround marriage. And I think with this installment, I know we have actually done our interviews from our first book, by the way.
Yeah.
We thought, and with each one, you always promised us that you'd be married when you come back. But anyway. But I think with this installment of the book, it's honestly about having fun.
Right.
It's about bringing fun back to marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much that has happened to a point that there is no fun in marriage anymore.
We're out of time, unfortunately, but just reading from the first book, Love is Not for Cowards, I know that it's a bit harsh calling people who are scared of marriage cowards, because I know so many guys out there are actually scared of marriage. And there's been some insinuation to the fact that, you can live fat and sit and live happily ever after without getting married. And some examples have been used, such as Oprah Winfrey and her partner, Graham Stegman, who've been together for years but are still unmarried, but are living happy ever after. And I know that there's so many conversations and questions being asked as to what is the right time to get married, after how many years of dating, and issues of marrying somebody who has a child out of marriage. So all those issues, I suppose, will come into fore, right?
They definitely do come into fore. You see, you are touching on something very important around the role marriage plays in society.
Yes.
See, we are not talking about exceptions, right? We're not talking about, specific individuals who, manage to make it and then all of that. But here we are really talking about what role does marriage play in society? And we really, let's thoroughly engage with that subject and really be honest about it. That marriage actually does. See, the fact that we go through experiences, often terrible experiences, in our marriages, it doesn't take away the role that marriage plays. The fact that some of us will suffer mental health issues, because of the relationship we have with certain people that we have, it doesn't take away the principle, of marriage. Marriage done right, actually, it will heal you mentally. When you actually engage with somebody that wants what you want and is prepared to engage on the journey with you, and you are prepared to engage on a journey with them, and in other words, you share perspectives about how to get where you want to get to, you have a healthy marriage, you have a healthy relationship. And that's what this is about. Okay, we're out of time, unfortunately. And I want to have coffee with you guys. I want to see something. All right, great chatting to you, Mo and Phindi. Thank you so much. To you. Thank you. We'll hold you to that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cool. Thank you so much. Mo and Phindi there have translated their successful marriage into a seminar tour, The Marriage Dance with Mo and Phindi.